What's up, guys? It is another episode of Mix Monday. We are going to be taking a look at drums and bass today. So let's take a look at this. So I'm going to play you a little bit of this without the vocals, just to hear how the backing track sounds. All right, so it's very thick. There's a lot of guitars, a lot of overdriven guitars. Um, Bass is going the whole time, and there's a lot of kick and a lot of cymbals. There's a lot of stuff going on. So the one thing I want to look at this week is just drums and bass and how they kind of work together. Because a lot of times with the kick drum and the bass, they kind of operate sometimes in the same frequency, and it can get kind of muddy. So what I do after I've EQ'd and compress things, kind of processes the sound that I like, I do what's called sidechain compression. And basically what that means is I sidechain the bass to the kick drum so that anytime the kick drum hits, the bass kind of lowers just a little bit. All right, and that is just the relationship between the kick and the bass. So anytime the kick hits, bass comes down just a little bit. And then when that kick releases, right, when the kick drum, that note is off, the bass kind of comes up again. So it's almost like me taking the fader and just going like that to like basically the bass drum rhythm automatically. So that's what this is right here. I'm using just the stock compressor in Pro Tools. It's not doing any compression, because you see I'm doing the side chain feature over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass this. And if you're wearing headphones, you'll probably be able to hear this. If you're not wearing headphones and just listening off your phone, it may not be that noticeable. But listen for when I bypass it, it'll look like this. That orange light will pop up, means that's bypass. So it's not, no sidechain compression is happening. When I turn it off, the sidechain compression is happening. And you'll notice you can hear the kick drum actually a little bit better when the compression is on. So I'm going to start it on. So what you'll notice is with the bass, you mostly hear it in the bass. You'll almost, if you listen really closely, you can hear the bass kind of dip a little bit in volume. It's not super noticeable, but all of a sudden it goes from kick and bass being kind of this one thing, and then all of a sudden you can see the kick in the bass, or you can hear the kick in the bass a little bit better. So I'm going to do that one more time, and I'm going to bypass it and activate it again. I'm actually going to give you another example. I'm actually going to mute the guitars. I'm going to take the guitars out so you can hear it. So here's it without the guitars. You'll see it's a lot more focused. All of a sudden the bass, I'm going to do this one more time, and when you see the orange light on, that means the compressor is not engaged. You'll almost hear the bass kind of have a little bit more low end. All right, it'll assume that it sounds like it has a little bit more low, and it kind of overtakes your headphones a little bit. And then once I click it on, all of a sudden it gets nice and focused. All right, cool. So that's really what it's about with between bass and kick, just sidechain compression. And if you're looking at this right here, I actually mix with all this. This is all groups. So if you see, this is not just drums on one track or, bass. These are all groups. So I actually, before I even start mixing, all of these tracks here, they get put to groups. So the drums are all right here. So you see this kick send, that's what's sending the level of the kick to the compressor that's on the bass. All right, so that's kick and bass. Make sure you sidechain, and if you're not sure how to do it, then contact me for mixing. All right, guys, have a great Mix Monday, and have a great rest of your week.